My first step at the Cannonball Run was during the musket ball event, and we left the Le Mans start there in Connecticut on Monday morning. Arrived to Portofino Tuesday. Wife was there. It's a great celebration. Everybody was cheering me on. When I come to the finish line, everybody giving me hugs and shaking my hand. My wife handed me a bottle of whiskey and a sack of In-N-Out burgers and a big hug. I'm drinking the whiskey. I turn around and everyone's taking pictures of the hood of the car. I'm like, what's going on? Turn and look. That Pokemon puzzle that was my penalty for being 1 horsepower over was still glued to the hood. Was absolutely shocked that the puzzle made the entire run. Well, something that had a bit of a secret that none of the cannonballers knew at that time, that I wasn't done yet. There was something else I wanted to achieve, and that was the Spanish Trail. That's the shortest driving distance between the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean. So we partied Tuesday night, had the big award ceremony on Wednesday. On that Thursday, 3 a.m., wife and I got up, drove her up to LAX, put on an airplane so she could fly home. I drove down to San Diego to Dog Beach, filled up my gas tanks, and 7 o'clock in the morning, I left Dog Beach and drove to Jacksonville Beach, Jacksonville, Florida. I did it solo, nonstop. My goal was to do it in under 30 hours. I didn't want to break any records because the current record is like 24 hours. I knew it was impossible to break that record, but it was just a personal thing. I wanted to do this solo nonstop. So in 5 days' time, I drove a Cannonball and the Spanish Trail in a 5-day time frame. Got to Jacksonville, Florida on a Friday. During that one run, there was a very brief interaction with law enforcement. I was coming through West Texas. I got hit with instant on radar. Nothing you can do. There's no countermeasures that can defeat that. Now, they wait till you're practically in front of them, check your speed with the radar. They got you dead to rights. So the trooper pulled me over on the side of the road. They come over to the passenger side window, tell me they got me doing 92 miles an hour in an 80. And they're doing the cop speech that they all do. Speed kills, speed's dangerous, blah, blah, blah. And there's animals on the road. You could hit a deer. Stopped officer said, tell me, is hitting a deer at 92 miles an hour any worse than hitting it at 80? I think that's a fair question. If you hit it at 80, you're going to be just as bad off as you hit it at 92 or 102. Anyway, moving on, gave them my paperwork, license, and they start asking me questions over and over. Where are you going from? Where are you going to? What's in the car? What's the hurry? And I just said, listen, officer, I said, I want to stop right here. I said, I don't mean any disrespect. Appreciate what you're doing, but my day-to-day activity is my business. I'm not going to answer your questions. They said, well, what do you mean you're not going to answer my questions? I just looked at them and smiled. Didn't say a word. They said, well, all right, I'll be right back with your ticket then. Well, then they did something curious, and I still don't understand why. Went around to the front of the car and shined a flashlight looking at the front of the car. They come back around the window and said, sir, why don't you have a license plate on the front of your car? Now, I guess in their mind, they was just looking for something else to charge me with. I said, well, officer, in my state, they don't issue a front license plate. You could just see the look of disappointment on their face. They go back, got the ticket, comes back to the window, hands me a little small clipboard. Signing's not an admission to guilt, yada, yada. So I signed the ticket and I hand it back. And she starts asking me questions, 3 questions in a row. And I said, officer, I've signed the ticket. The stop is over. Just note that. Once you sign that ticket, don't answer any more questions. The stop's over legally. So I said, I might get free to go. So he answers me 3 more questions. I said, look, are we done here? And I'm leaning further over, hand him the clipboard. He asked me 3 more questions again. And I said, look, I got to go. I reach over with my hand, clipboard out the window, and I let go, and I drop it. And I said, you be safe out there, officer. Roll up the window and continue on my way. The total time for that stop was 8 minutes and 12 seconds. I jokingly call it the fastest stop in Cannonball. I called the phone number, was listed on the ticket, and you call a courthouse, whatever you're expecting, blah, blah, courthouse, how can I help you? Someone answered the phone and they said, hello. I thought, maybe I've dialed the wrong number. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to call so-and-so. And oh, sorry, this is so-and-so, Justice of the Peace, whatever county. I'm like, oh, great. Told them who I was, what's going on. Said, can we reach some kind of arrangement here? I said, well, in Texas, they don't allow any plea bargainings like they do in North Carolina. I'm like, well, great. What am I going to do? He said, but I'll tell you what I'll do for you. We have a thing called prayer for judgment continued. You pay the fine, we get it, we'll send you a notarized form in the mail. You fill it out, and at the end of 90 days, if you haven't gotten any more tickets, there's this 10-day window that you get this form notarized, mail it back to them. They get it in that 10-day window. It's as if that speeding ticket never happened. It doesn't go on your record anywhere. I was like, great, Judge. I'll take that option. Take my money, please. Got the form, filled it out. And so for the next 90 days, I was bored everywhere I went, being super careful not to get another ticket for anything. And on the day of, form notarized, and I actually FedExed it back to them because of that 10-day window. Watched the tracking. I called them when they received it. They said, great, we got it. It's all taken care of. Ticket doesn't exist anymore. Southern Trail, I did it in 30 hours, 38 minutes. My goal is to do it in under 30 hours. So between that traffic ticket and I had to stop in Louisiana, the tired had hit me because I really didn't give myself enough time to rest after the musket ball. Day and a half, and I'm on the road again doing the Spanish Trail. So coming to Louisiana, and tired hit me, and I'm following the tractor trailer, going to pass them, and everything went blurry, and I couldn't tell if the tractor trailer was in the left lane or the right lane. Well, the car has adaptive cruise control. So I just pulled back over, let the cruise control pace them. I was like, this is stupid, Jay. You're going to kill yourself. You're going to kill somebody else. Just stop. Just stop right now. Saw an exit ramp, and off on the side, saw a Cracker Barrel. So I pull in, make two rights, pull in the Cracker Barrel parking lot, turn the car off, recline the seat back, reach back and grab a jacket, throw over my head. I was out. Immediately gone. Slept for about 30 minutes. When my phone beat, and someone was sending me a text message. So it woke me up. I look at it, and it was my sister. She was watching the live feed of the run. And she's like, are you okay? I see you're stopped. You're not moving. Everything good? So I woke up. I said, no, I'm taking a nap. Everything's fine. So I reclined the seat up, sat up. Like, I feel pretty good. Got out of the car, walked around, and that little 30-minute nap reset my brain. It was all I needed. I call that my safety nap. Got back in the car, continuing away, didn't have any more issues the entire run. So that nap and the police stop together was just enough where I just missed my 30-hour goal of doing the run. But still proud that I did that.
Right now, I need you to check out Auto Tempest at the link in the description below to find whatever car you're searching for. They make car trek possible, and they've been a supporter of VINwiki for the last 4 years. So please check them out now to find your next car and support them for supporting us.